I definitely want to stop. So I made up my mind that day in April that I was going to stop.
I have stolen well over $100,000 worth of stuff. The items aren't important. It's the stealing that's important.
There's just incredible shame. There's incredible shame all along.
I have the urge to stop.
If the person shoplifting does have the type of problem that I had, it would not be resolved in jail. I think counseling would definitely be more suitable.
Stealing is not about greed or about poverty or about values. It's about people struggling with their own personal conflicts and needs. They're willing to pay their debt to society for what they have done, but they know that once they've done that, they're going to go out and do it again. So what they want is they want treatment. They want a way so that they don't have to be in this situation again. That's why people who get out of jail, the day they get out of jail, they go and shoplift again. Why do they do that? Because they're angry at the criminal justice system, not for putting them in jail, but for just putting them in jail and not giving them any kind of treatment, because they know they're going to be back.
When I go into a store is when it becomes, I remember, things come back to me, and then I realize what I'm doing, and I stop myself.
I know, and Michelle knows, and Jane knows, that they want to stop. They don't want to do this. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, she doesn't want to do this.
Absolutely.
So that's the most important foundation. You talk about a professional thief, they want to do this.
Yeah.
It's a different thing, so they need to go to jail. We have to get them out of society. Michelle's different, all right? Michelle and the millions of other people who are caught up in this situation want to stop. That gives us something to work with. The high or the rush that Michelle and Jane talk about is a temporary relief from that feeling. It's only temporary. That's why they have to go back.
And I am very remorseful for having done that and been so desperate to do that. And I think the worst part is when I told my grandmother, she just started sobbing.
It's important to try to prevent, to try to apprehend, and to prosecute. Because people need the threat of the criminal justice system, even if it may not always provide the penalties that we would agree it should. The reason why people could be cured of their shoplifting problem is because they don't want to do it. I've hardly met a person who wants to do this, who thinks that this is good for them.
At the worst, it was constant. Every day was dedicated to doing it.
What the industry has been doing, and somewhat effectively, has been to try to apprehend the individual or prevent the individual or prosecute the individual, but it hasn't gotten to the root cause of the problem so that these same people don't go back and do it again and again and again.
I take complete responsibility for any amends that I need to make and anything that I need to do to resolve my problem.
It's the repeat offenses that occur, like Michelle, on a daily or a weekly basis, that are causing the largest percentage of the losses. So they're realizing that they have to get to the root cause, which is to get to the people who are repeat offenders. What the retailers have begun to do, which is exactly the right thing, is to say, if you steal from my store, you're going to be prosecuted. You're going to go into, we're going to do whatever the law allows us to do. You're going to have to pay a civil fine. You're going to have to go to a criminal action. All right, those things are true. But if you're willing to take responsibility for your action, get some help to be sure this doesn't happen again, we'll help you in doing that. We can't forgive what you did now. I mean, that's got to be, you've got to pay your debt for that. But we can't help you to not do it in the future. So that's the good message.